wrestled, and what what do you think getting to 170 is going to be for you like?
Well, that all depends on what year. I got as big as like 240, 245. Yeah, but I walked into Duke's my first day. I was like 220. Now I'm walking around about like 190. So.
And so, do you feel like when you start your cut, you'll be about 190, or do you think you'll be below?
No, I like to get a little bit lower, but that was one of the things. You know, when you don't have a date, you don't have an opponent, you don't have a face. You know, why am I going to worry about cutting weight? I always eat clean anyway, so you know I always hover around right where I'll need to be, and based on advice from my teammates and stuff like that, I'm right where I need to be.
Do you have any concerns about Mike Jackson winning, and what would have happened if he would have won?
No, I mean it's a weird situation. We can all agree, right? It's been pretty bizarre. Everybody's been saying that ad nauseum. I wasn't sure if he won if I got him, and I don't see why not if that didn't happen. But it didn't happen. So Punk versus Gall, going forward.
Seeing a quick submission like that, and I know your jiu-jitsu coach Daniel, who has just rattlesnake-like submissions. This can't intimidate you because after grappling with Daniel, who just locks in arm bars and triangles like that, when you break something down like this with Daniel, do you just go, that happens all the time anyway, so I know what to do?
Well, and this is not a slight, no disrespect to Mike Jackson or anything like that. He just didn't protect his neck. He was more worried about the hook, and I've been there. You know what I mean? And I've been in positions where I'm trying to punch guys, and I need to worry about, the submission that's being locked on. So no, it doesn't worry me. It just the whole thing just excites me. I'm pretty stoked right now.
What kind of feelings did you have when you stepped into the cage and squared off with him?
It was one of those things where I didn't necessarily want to go into the octagon, but I'm not a superstitious guy. I would have liked maybe to my first fight be the first time I get in there, but I know what it feels like now. So it's just, check that off the list, I guess. Yeah.
Kind of a blow marketing opportunity, though, to have you in there at 4 o'clock when there's nobody in the building, basically.
Yeah, but I'm way less concerned about that than I am more concerned about just being prepared and the actual fight. I said that too. That's my old wrestling. The wrestling part of my brain was like, no, let's fill this place up. There's not going to be anybody there, but that's not why I'm doing it.
The other thing from a fight standpoint, or a pay-per-view standpoint, is if you fight on UFC 200 with McGregor on the card and whoever else it would be, it's going to be a really big pay-per-view. If you go on UFC 190, you might make a big difference in the total. Have you thought about that, and have you and Dana discussed that?
We've talked about it briefly. I'm hoping at some point to have a much larger conversation with him about that. I think there's going to be a lot of guys on 200, and again, part of me is like, no, put me on 200. That makes business sense. But then there's that new part of me that's just like, I want to get the first fight out of the way. Let's do this. 199 is fine with me. But we're gonna have to wait and see. You know how these things go. We'll just set it up.
There was some resentment among other fighters. You saw the people laughing at Sage when he lost, and I wonder if you feel like if you take a pay-per-view spot over somebody that could be on that show, that they might have that same. Some of your peers may have that same resentment towards you because, hey, I should have been on that pay-per-view spot and instead I'm on FS1.
Okay, yeah, I will accept criticism levied towards me from anybody that's stepped into the octagon, but, I have plenty of friends that are fighters that are encouraging this. So, that's more of a don't listen to the negative, and then just kind of surround yourself with. I think because wrestling was my first love, and it was something, when I was a child, and it became something that's completely different from that. I think I put more pressure on myself in those situations. I don't feel pressure at all. This is just me. Like, if I need to prepare as much as I possibly can, and if I don't prepare enough, I know an ass kicking's waiting for me. So I'm not really feeling any pressure. I'm not really worried about any of the hype.
I've read statistically professional wrestling is harder on your body and more injury prone than being an MMA fighter. Are you finding that? Is that actually true? Are you healthier doing this than you were when you were wrestling every single week?
Well, if you get knocked out in the octagon, somebody stops it. Not so much in the other arena. Yeah, I mean, they're all tough on your body, but I mean, to me, I've said this. It's like vacation for me because I'm in my own bed every night. And it's not so much the bumps and everything of professional wrestling, it's the travel after that. You know, you're on the road over 300 days a year, and it's pretty
En la vida, somos resultado de lo que pensamos, hablamos y lo que comemos. Para lograr los propósitos de este año, hay que hacer ejercicio, alimentarse saludablemente. El que persevera, alcanza. Viva bien y aliméntese bien con los miércoles saludables de La Bonita.
Ven y disfruta del auténtico sabor mexicano. El Chamizal te ofrece gran variedad de platillos con un sabor inigualable. El exquisito molcajete Pancho Villa, el caldo Siete Mares, el riquísimo agua chile, el super cóctel de camarones y la exótica cecina de venado y una gran variedad de mariscos.
Es temporada de taxes y muchas veces no sabemos a dónde acudir. Luis tuvo una mala experiencia en el 2011. Por tratar de ganar el sorteo de una camioneta, no recibió su reembolso, pero sí una auditoría. Y en el 2012 le prometieron $10.000 que nunca recibió y lo estafaron cobrándole $500 por su preparación. Miles de contribuyentes son víctimas de fraude cada año. TaxMax te da más. Te ofrecemos tu estimado gratis. Visítanos o llámame al 943-8886.
San Pedro Store, ahora más grande que nunca. San Pedro Store, ofreciendo gran variedad en productos naturales como rábano yodado, Vital Fuerte, Bedoyecta, Vitacilina, Neurobión, Sucrol, Cicloferón, crema, champú Crece, champú de Chile, champú para los piojos. San Pedro Store con 5 localidades. Estamos al norte de la Ranch, esquina con Washington, a un lado del Chamizal. Para más información llama al 638-2666. Es San Pedro Store. Ahora, tío.